Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to another video, the 12th video in the series, maybe the last one, I'm not quite sure yet. 7 to 10 of April, revision demo party happening in Germany. You heard me said this dozens of times before, not dozens of times, exactly 11 times before. This is going to be a great demo scene event, the biggest of the year, as is every single year since it's been happening, the traditional Eastern demo party, pure demo scene party, yeah, I'm very excited. Hope you're excited as well. Let's talk about some 4K intro competitions on the PC. This is a competition that it's been growing up in popularity quite a while. Ever since people learned about, even before they learned about sign distance functions effects, the 4K compo was very, very intense, very happening. The whole compression thing really made things very interesting. A lot of people developed their own soft synthesizers for it. Texture generation, model generation, all of this was put into action and try to fit everything possible. And you don't have much wiggle room. You either have a concept or you have some good looking graphics or have good music. It's very hard to have all of these elements together, and that's what makes a very good 4K. When you see all of those elements fitting together so well and it's still within the 4K, that's when you really get them. These guys nailed it. And 4K category has been happening since the 90s. It was happening on DOS. It propagated into Windows. People were doing 3D models out of it. And then when the shaders became more prevalent, a lot of people switched into doing shader-based things on it. Shader minifiers and a lot of things. Very good abuse of technology as well, using Crinkler, which is a compressor specially made by the demo scene to try to make small intros possible, developed by the guys at Looney and TBC. A lot of tradition on the 4K compo already for 4K, already from the breakpoint years. There are the rules here that you need to check out. Single file must be executed. Everything must be on the file. You cannot save to disk. You cannot use the special media music samples directories on Windows. Everything must come from that single executable file with the default installation of Windows. So let's take a look at what happened throughout the years. 2011 already, the first year of revision, we already had quite a few number of participations, mostly from people who came from Breakpoint and were traditionally doing 4K intros for that. Desire, TS, and TS is a particular recurring name on 4K compos. He always does this raving tomatoes thing, which is this little balls which kind of look like tomatoes and they bounce, and the music is usually hard-coded with a rave sound, just a bass drum going boom, 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 boom. And it became a meme at the party place. People, whenever Raving Tomatoes was on the screen, everybody was like, here we go again. Cover your ears because this is going to make your ears bleed, but it's going to be funny. And he has a whole series of that. Never places really well, but it's always funny to check. Lucy made an entry as well for the compo. Floppy from Poland also did something. Cocoon in collaboration with the Planet of Leather Moomins. Can you do the music for this one? Whispers was the name of the intro. Was pretty good as well. Anonymous by TRSI. Collapse and Gatitos doing another entry. Collapse has been doing 4K intros for Breakpoint and revisions steadily every single year. They bring one. So shout outs to Shash and Slack, and you will see their evolution throughout the years on this video as well, which is going to be really interesting. And an acronym Analogiker also did fractals based 4K here. Control Alt Test with more conceptual piece, doing some variations on this 4-letter words things. Sumo by Cubicle got second place, and in first place, Code is My Prawn by Nuance. In 2012, you can see the Raving Tomatoes coming back yet again. Lucid also did another entry, so they're steady. Grey Alien Resistance, I have no clue who these people are. I haven't checked them. Collapsed, the same people from Spain from last year. Marianne Min, also from Spain, I believe, started doing regular 4Ks as well in 2012, which is really cool to see. Fulcrum, probably 7, doing a 4K again, based out of Fractals. Fractals is his thing. He really enjoys doing fractals, and has been doing a lot of good 4K intros throughout the years, also doing some 8Ks usually at Revision. Shoal by Brainstorm and Traction got second place, and in first place Anocrin Analogiker, which we already seen doing a release last year, won the compo. So you always see a lot of releases for the 4K compo. It's a pretty good introduction competition, quite open for newcomers. You just need to do a single effect and get some music for it, and you usually have an intro done, but it's shaving off those final bites and doing like a good concept piece that really distinguishes the thrown together 4Ks from the people who have been doing this for many years. 4Ks. A very good resource that I forgot to mention, in4k.github.io, has all the information that you need to know to start making 4 kilobyte intros in whatever different platform or language that you want to do. So check out, I'll put it on the description as well below. Moving on 2013, we had High Class Villas doing a little intro with a recurring Automato theme. Psych by Floppy getting 11th place. Matcha Powder vs Wasabi Powder by Tomohiro from Japan, always does some very funny intros as well. Raving Tomatoes come back from TS as well. Off the Deep, collaboration between Brainstorm and Fulcrum. Omega by Desire getting 7th place. And I want to say that this is Evil, but I'm not sure entirely. 4K Coders by Titan. Titan usually don't do 4K, but here doing a nice little intro. Architectures by Still, with a very good color scheme. Plastic Drops by Marian Min. Again, we saw them in the previous years as well. The City by Collapse getting 3rd place this year. Collapse always doing this very small intros, usually peaceful sort of music with some MIDI notes on it, but always the lighting and the shadows have very good attention to detail, so the rendering is always very good, and every year is slightly better, as you will see throughout the years. Right to the Mysterious Cities by X-Men got 2nd place. You see already the ray marching thing starting to dominate, people using shader coding for their 4Ks. And in first place, Confluence by Acronym Analogiker again. So an acronym Analogiker dominating the 4K competition from the early years of Revision. In 2014, Familiar came to do a production as well. The Raving Tomatoes, as usual, the returning meme. They When Dino Die by Amnesty. Great Scott by St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Mengen Brockton by K2. 3 by Collapse, the same Spanish group again. Desire also returning, with this time with State Moss. Ice Cream from Adam Delta. Cool to see a new name releasing something. Loonies and DBC, the original 4K gods from back in Breakpoint days. They developed Crinkler, they developed Klinkster, a lot of tools that made 4K be what it is, and here actually doing a 1K, doing a single intro, a single effect with sound, and a really good looking and really got good placing. Dropped by Tatsutum, got in 2nd place, and in 1st place, L'Abstraction Dominant by Razer 1911. I think this was Rez coding this one, might have been Anat, but I think it was Rez. So yeah. Good 4K compo as always. You can see the trend every single year at Revision. Very good high quality 4K competition, a lot of entries and some very good quality overall. The next year in 2015, not as many entries. We still got our Raving Tomatoes though, so we're good. Rimina doing this Paraguay release, Living in a Box. Rotoscope by DSS and Hitman. Amnesty returning to doing another 4K intro. You can see here the text generator, a bit dated, but still manages to do stuff. Clockwork Red by K2, return from Collapse yet again. Every single year, they're always there. Vierka by Nuance, and in the first place, Prism Break by Alcatraz. Alcatraz also very active doing Forklang. Alcatraz were the people behind Forklang, which became the dominant soft synth that a lot of people would use for their 4Ks throughout these years. Around this time, there weren't that many alternatives available for everyone to use. A few years later, Oidus also became available, and nowadays you have to choose between Forklang or Oidus, or Klinkster also exists that you can use to do music for 4Ks, or you can just do your own, of course. Next year, 2016, also not many entries. We still have our Raving Tomatoes, so all is still good. Doom coming back to releases, doing another 4K. Rift doing a very nice 4K as well. I think this was made by Fell with music by Alchemy, if I'm not mistaken. Axis Strategy by Pooh Brain and Ink. Doing a collaboration piece here. Surveillance by Alcatraz, getting second place. And in first place, Collapse finally reaching first place after many, many years of submitting something with Solo. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it. That was the winner of Revision 2016. Let's move on to 2017. Massive number of entries this year. TS with something that might or might not be Raving Tomatoes. Burrito submitting something. Ojo de Dios. Faster, Higher, Lower, Boom by Mostly Harmless. K2, Decadence, Desire. And Web by Old Laptops Pose and Skype, which are the same people behind Jetlag, if I'm not mistaken. 20 years after by Genesis Project, getting a hand in 4K, probably coded by Hardy, if I'm not mistaken. Ice and Fire by Hoodloom, Translucent by Rootkids, Joya by Collapse, at this time getting 5th place. Cycle of Nature by Loonies, they return to the activity. Horizon Machine getting 3rd place, joint mixture between Alcatraz and EOS, and the two main killer productions that made this compo an absolute killer. Absolute Territory by Prism Beings, very IDM and Ryoji Ikeda inspired, excellent rendering, excellent impact in terms of contrast. Music is ace, the visuals are ace, absolute masterpiece in direction as well. So Nobi of Prism Beings really kicking it off the park. Got nominated for quite a few Meteoric Awards. I think it even won a few of them, but it was a bit overshadowed at the party place by Final Stage by 0x4015, which was also a killer intro. A lot of different things happening, action happening, explosions, lasers, really cool intro, and a very good 4K compo. So this was the year that 2017, people were like, okay, 4K compo is the shit. It can't possibly get any better than this. If we get, half of the quality that we got this year, we're pretty good. I think the 4K compo is over. People are going to start focusing on the 8K compo instead to give them more room to finish their ideas, something like that. Nope, everybody did a 4K the next year as well. 18 entries overall, a lot of stuff. Doom again, K2 again, Jetlag doing some stuff again. Decadence, Alcatraz, and Desire. Musk also taking a shot at the 4K. Macau Exports, a relatively new created demo group, also doing a 4K entry. Fulcrum again. New ones returning after many years being absent from the 4K. Collapse did something again, as they always do every single year. Skyline by Hoffman and LJ. Hoffman doing a soundtrack for LJ Visuals. I even had forgotten that this existed. The Explorer by Alcatraz. Alcatraz always being so good quality in everything that they do. And then we are back. Prism B is gained 2nd place again, this time with Zetsubo, which was also a masterpiece in direction and music. And the 1st place went for Oscar's Chair by EOS, which also had music by Nobi of Prism Beings, so it's more of a EOS and Prism Beings collaboration. Oscar's Chair became iconic for its the concept behind it, the number of different elements that it had, everything looking so realistic, like the realistic floor, realistic blood, fire effect, complex modeling of the chair itself, and the sound effects that it also had, this very creeping momentum to building, and then you hear the crackling on the background that simulates fire. So yeah, great intro, also became legendary. It's like one scene after the other, you would think, okay, now the 4K is over. No, wait, there's one more scene. No, wait, there's one more scene. Oh, well, how the hell did they put so much content into a single 4K? So 4K compo, and after this year, everybody was like, okay, 4K compo is the compo to look out for at revision. More than the demo compo, more than the 64K compo, the 4K is always a killer. Like the other competitions may fluctuate, the 4K is always a killer. There's always some killer production being thrown at it there. And next year was a lot of entries again, 15 entries overall, quite a few new names, some returning names as well. Tazadum returning, Caladox doing a joke production, EOS doing another entry as well, this time with a realistic clock. Alexa's Wet Dream by Evil, with music by, if it says Logicom, I'm going to assume that it's Hoffman. Could also have been Ferris, I guess. Jetlag getting 4th place this time, also very good production, doing some raycasting stuff. Night Mist by Nusan and Valden, and Nusan being a relatively newcomer to the demo scene at this point. He had participated on a few shader showdowns at the time, and got 3rd place here. In the end, by Fairlight. Fairlight had been inactive in the 4K scene for a very long time, and they did a comeback here. Amazing attention to detail, doing some fractal scenes, but also compositing whole cities and human figures out of it. The music was also pretty decent, great direction on it, so really cool. Really cool to see this 4K. And then the winner, surprisingly, Half Bit Cheese, that came from Finland. Half Bit Cheese were known for doing animations for the compo, like rendering stuff. But this guy thought he could code, so real time. So we decided to do some 1Ks for assembly, and he did a 4K for revision, and he won. Really cool stuff, really good rendering on the thing, good concept piece of having all the balls inside a cube and seeing all the different light effects on it. So congratulations to Half Bit Cheese for starting doing some real-time stuff as well, not just animations. So yeah, 4K combo, still the thing to go to at revision. Let's take a look at 2020. 15 entries, so again, a lot of participation. Jetlag doing something again, K2 something again, Remina something again, Virgil this time pairing up with Evil, but only getting 7th place. Latitude Independent Association, the people from Argentina that help organize a Flash Party, also doing a 4K. Evil Rio from China doing a 4K. Sync Chord by Nusen and Valden again. Alcatraz doing a collaboration with Prism Beans this time. I think it's Slurpee did the code and Nobi did the music from this one. Absolute masterpiece as well, really cool. 2nd place for Razer 1911 with an amazing, I really love the attention to detail, like the fit between the effect that was using this reaction diffusion sort of thing, but very dark, gloomy looking, and the music was also very drone ambient sort of ish, which really fit together very well. So I really liked how this one fit together. It was one of my favorites from the whole party. Was La Vie Opportuniste by Razer 1911. Deck 2 by LJ and Virgil won that one though. LJ gives us a masterclass in coding shader stuff, and Virgil is legendary in doing his sound, and he also does some shader coding as well, but Virgil's mostly known for doing Forklang tracks like a maniac, and at this point, there's also a very strong rivalry between, usually when you do a 4K soundtrack, is usually either Virgil using Forkland or Nobi using either Forkland or Oidus. Those are the two main people that you see recurring a lot doing soundtracks for a lot of high quality 4Ks, not just at Revision, but at other demo parties as well. 2021. A bunch of Caribbean kids got last place. Mafamuds in PT All-Stars represent. Anticore and Gino doing the music. Spirit of the Forest by Tio and Tifeco. Basic and Bun2 doing Rabbit 01. Then Adam by Pestis of Brainless Coders doing some 4K coding as well. Dorstwitz Gudsbezun by Alcatraz and Team 210 this time. Mesh Odyssey by Leah, once again, getting second place this time. And in first place, Ephemeral LJ, again winning the combo, this time with Porix doing the music using probably Crinkler, I think. Klinkster, I think it's called Klinkster. So yeah, and Pyrrhix is the OG from doing killer 4K soundtracks as well. He did the music for the iconic elevated 4K intro from back in the day. I think it was released at Breakpoint, if I'm not mistaken. But it became like a landmark in what you could do to push the limits on a 4K compo. And he's back on top doing some winner 4K intro music. 2022, the last year of the pandemic, some new names, Totetmat doing 4K as well, Fusion returning after many years of being active, like 15 years being inactive, doing an intro again, Killed by a Pixel, and I should actually refresh this, because I think, I put a screenshot for this. City Blocks 256 by Killed by a Pixel, also relatively newcomer demo scener, mostly doing stuff for JavaScript. This is actually 256 bytes if you pay attention to here. She Said by a bunch of Craving Kids again. Shlummy doing some very cool 4K stuff as well. Peculiarities of a Primate Archipelago by Papu Maha. Invitation for Inertia by Alien01 with music by Chinyu. And then Wheezy doing a compo filler as well. Gaia by Addict and Lamers. Third place going to Blinking Blue by Shy, which usually was active on doing some thick 80s stuff. And here started doing his 4K. Not sure if it was his first 4K, but it's around that time. And then Pullback Effect by Lee, again, second place again. And first place, LJ, which has been dominating the 4K compos for the last few years. Pairing up with Virgil, very cinematic piece. Really love the ambient on this one and the pacing on this one with this space ambient sort of homage. I think you can describe it as that. Really good landscape generation, having this satellite dish, and very good music as well. So yeah, 4K compo. Had an amazing streak of years throughout the time. Ever since it's in its first year, always had very good quality. I always expect a lot of great things from the 4K compo. I never managed to do a 4K myself for this compo, for revision in particular, but I'm always looking forward to these competitions, and I'm very much excited to see what we will have at the competition this year again. Let's stay tuned and find out. Hope you enjoyed this series of videos. I had some fun doing it. I'm stressing out that I haven't had enough time to work on an actual demo for revision yet. I don't think I'm going to be able to do another video. Might be doing one just for the PC demo compo itself, since it's supposed to be the main competition of revision, but we'll see how things go. Let me know in the comments below, though, if you like this series of videos, if there was any particular competition that you missed me covering. Please let me know. All your feedback is welcome. Also, if you enjoyed this series of videos, please consider supporting me through Patreon, patreon.com/psenough. Whatever you feel like you are willing to donate is very much welcome to help me motivate to keep doing this kind of videos also in the future, and help buy new equipment and stuff like that. And beer money is always important when you're traveling to a demo party, to make sure that you have enough beer money to survive. So yeah, patreon.com/psenough. €1, €2, €5, whatever you feel comfortable with, please donate, would mean the world to me. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the series of videos. See you next time. Bye bye everybody. Take care.